Bringing you the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Canelli.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachel Canelli reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with your news update on this Tuesday, February 26th. We begin right now with the news that an Upper Moreland man has been charged with murdering his 2-month-old baby. Authorities had charged 28-year-old Edward Doyle with endangering the welfare of a child after his daughter died this past weekend. Doyle allegedly gave authorities conflicting accounts of what happened, but both stories involved several hours of drinking, and Doyle says he fell on top of the baby. We have team coverage at buckscountycouriertimes.com. Reporter Margaret Gibbons was at the press conference, and reporter Matt Coughlin and photographer Rick Kinsel were at Doyle's arraignment. Authorities are trying to figure out how a northern New Jersey man fell into a sugar vat at a Falls processing plant and died. Janyo Salinas Valerda's death appears to be accidental, but the Bucks County coroner hasn't given a cause. Reporter Joe Chevalier tells us in a story online that the 50-year-old was trying to unclog the 15-foot-tall vat at CSC Sugar. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration is investigating. Do you recognize this man? Police are looking for the man in this surveillance video who allegedly robbed Island Sun Tanning Salon on Bensalem Boulevard last week. Staff members say he demanded money and implied he had a handgun but didn't show it. The suspect is described as a white male, 5'8", 200 pounds with facial hair. Joe Chevalier has more in a story on our website. Anyone with information is asked to call Bensalem Detective John Monahan at 215-633-3700. Though sunny skies were short-lived, we'll have rain today with a high near 49, and the rain will continue tonight with a low around 43. Rain is likely again on Wednesday, but we could see the sun return. The decision of whether or not to allow a Doylestown 11-year-old girl to continue playing CYO football is now up to Philadelphia Archbishop Charles Chaput. Columnist Phil Gianfrancaro says Caroline Pla's chances don't look good based on the Archbishop's track record. She's played the last 2 seasons and is challenging the archdiocese ban.
We should be able to play because not only can we do it, it's not a safety issue just for girls, it's a safety issue for anybody that can do it. So if we want to do it and if we put our minds to it, I think that we should be allowed to do it.
Gender shouldn't have anything to do with it. Boy, girl, whether you can tackle, you can block, that's taught, and if you're taught the right way and given the right tools, a boy or a girl can do that.
Sources say officials aren't just afraid of Caroline getting hurt, they're concerned about inappropriate touching between boys and girls. The Archbishop's decision is expected within a few weeks. In high school sports, for the 2nd year in a row, the Archbishop Wood girls basketball team left the Palestra disappointed after a close loss to Cardinal O'Hara in the Philadelphia Catholic League championship game. But the Vikings still have a chance in the PIAA Class AAA tournament, which they've won for the past 3 years. Video reporter Jen Wilgus talked to the girls' coach about shaking off last night's loss and looking ahead.
They gave us a couple chances to get back in, they really did, and we missed. I mean, I don't know how many layups we missed, but we missed a lot. That's the one good thing about, as poorly as I think we played, and as I told them I think we played, we're a much better team than that we get to go in the gym back on Wednesday, get started all over again. That's the one good thing.
We'll have more coverage of the tournament, so keep checking buckscountycouriertimes.com. The Eagles have said goodbye to defensive tackles Mike Patterson and Cullen Jenkins, shedding more than $8 million in salaries, and the team could soon make a decision about cornerback Nnamdi Asamoah. Sports writer Ed Kratz says in a story online that the Eagles want to restructure the former Pro Bowler's $15.5 million deal, or he could be cut. You can follow Ed's updates on our website. And even though the Flyers fell against the Toronto Maple Leafs last night, the NHL has named Jake Voracek the first Star of the Week. Sports reporter Wayne Fish asks the right winger in a story and video if this is the best stretch of his career.
Honestly, I feel pretty good. I think we're scoring a lot of important goals with playing with the G and now RT. So
the Flyers host Washington tomorrow. You can see Wayne's coverage online. Now here's a look at what we're working on in the newsroom. Courts reporter Lori Mason Schrader is covering a trial for a Middletown pilot accused of being high on heroin when he fired a gun in his apartment. Bristol schools denied a right-to-know request from a councilman because it would have cost taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars. Reporter Gemma Duarte says you might be surprised at what the person wanted. And finally, there's something fishy for Lent. Peg Kwan talks to markets and takeout places about meeting the season's demand for fish. You can find all of these stories and the latest local news at buckscountycouriertimes.com. I'm Rachel Canelli. Thanks for watching and have a great day. More than 1 million meals have been served here at the Bucks County Emergency Homeless Shelter. Like any other home, this kitchen is the heart of this shelter, and it's in desperate need of some long overdue TLC. That's why Family Service Association, Comcast, the Courier Times, and Intelligencer newspapers are teaming up in a campaign asking you, Bucks County, to buck up. There will be collection boxes all across the county, so buck up, Bucks County. Let's take care of the heart of this shelter together so they can cook and serve 1 million more meals to those in need.